Look at that. Sneaked up on me. Can you believe it? The sun can sneak up on you. Hey? I was just round the other side of this van here. Look, boom. I wonder what colour it's going to be this morning. Okay, here we go. It's going to come up now. Come on. No wonder those people in the olden days worshipped this thing, I tell you. I mean, we're going to miss that when it's gone. You know what I mean? Oh, that coming up every morning to warm the cockles of your heart, eh? Getting woke up in the morning just as the sun creeps along the floor of your cave and wakes you up, ready to take on a brontosaurus or whatever. You know what I mean? That is a sight to behold. Right, I'm going to keep my hand as still as possible, even though it's freezing. Can we zoom in? Oh, we're not. Zoom out. Let's give it a better look. Whoa. Let's get a better view than that. Get that out of the way. Right. There you go. A bit better, isn't it? Okay, she's coming up. It's coming up, it's coming up, it's there. You know the song? Is it Monday today? Can't remember. Oh, come on. Come on. This is in real time, guys, rising. Now what I should have done, what I've been doing in the mornings, if you just put in Google compass, you should have a compass on your telephone, yeah? And wherever the sun comes up, or the moon, just point your phone at it and just take a screen grab. And then the next day go back, point it at it again, take a screenshot, and then you'll see. You'll be quite surprised. It doesn't take long, just put in compass. And, like I say, just do that. Take a picture of every planet that rises in what direction, because one day soon I think there's a sun gonna rise. I think it's the west, I don't know, don't quote me on that, but when it does, that's a real big sign in the sky. Yeah, I was talking to Eric before on his live chat. I understand the power of my magnet and what it does and protective shield it gives me. It's just so important to your survival, because like you said, when you're underground, it's going to be a lot different. I'm going to have to meditate myself, and not only that, but I'm going to have to teach everybody around me to understand what your heart magnet is and how to use it, because I'm going to be surrounded by people who've just been woken up in the middle of a night to the worst nightmare that they can imagine, and they've not been expecting it, even though they've been warned. So I'm going to be dealing with shell-shocked people, and they shouldn't laugh. But yeah, I think that's a trait from my mum. That's where I get that from, because when she had 4 kids and we all done her head in completely, she just used to laugh like that, which probably was the best thing to do, rather than losing her shit and beating us up, which my dad used to do. But I thought that was quite a good way of dealing with it. When, you know, when it's just all too much, you just got to laugh, haven't you? You just got to laugh, and there's nothing better for you than laughing. I can guarantee you that. And singing, laughing and singing. You know, if you do find yourself stuck in a cave with a load of people, you better start singing. And every thought and every deed that you do better be pure in heart and mind. And you'd be fine. And do not lie once when you're in your community about anything, no matter how big or how small. Everything's got to be pure, and you'll be alright. Promise you. No negative thoughts, no negative language, no negative comments. Any negative comments, you get a slap. Yeah? You know what I mean? Words of encouragement only. Look at that. I'm staring right at that now, by the way. Oh man, I've got to change hands, that's freezing. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people now, they're getting a little bit concerned now because there are a lot of quakes. Stuff going on. I mean, even though I'm expecting it, I'm going to be shocked myself. So just imagine that for a minute. Alright, even though I've been expecting this all my life and I thought I'd be dead when it was around, but I'm not. And I know exactly what's coming and pretty much when and how. It's down to the minute detail. And even I'm going to be shocked when it comes. If that gives you any idea of what these other people are in for, you might put into perspective what we're going to have to cope with around us. Well, there are going to be zombies walking around in bewilderment. And those, maybe the Michael Jackson video of Thriller was showing you the aftermath of an event and the people walking around the streets. Maybe. Not necessarily the Hollywood zombie. You know the one? I might be wrong, but... And also stray dogs, which is quite funny. I said to my friend the other day, I said, you got, you know, we're talking about everything, survival things, and he still doesn't believe me. He's the one that's worried about his social, his credit score, yeah, or soon to be social credit. And I said, oh, you've got to worry about dogs, because when people can't feed them, they're going to be kicking them out on the street, and then you're going to have a pack of dogs, like 15 dogs, and we haven't eaten for a week, and you fall over and break your leg. Well, and he wasn't listening. He took it as if we're going to eat the dogs. And I said, well, I wasn't thinking about that. I was thinking more like a dog eating you. Some of you may think, well, this is unnecessary, this. There's no need to say things like this. Well, I've been through every single scenario I can possibly think of if I'm awake when the thing gets the fan. So, it's just like I say, you think about it, all them dogs. No food, no supermarket, no electric. And poor Fido, whatever. You've got 6 dogs, or 5 or 4 or 3 or 2 or 1. And everyone's just going to release all the animals. Either that or eat them, I don't know. But I thought of everything. And also I recommend that you put some fishing line in your bag. Nice big spool of it like that, the strongest one you can get. And a thin one. Because you can use it for traps. Catching rabbits. Tripping people up. All kinds of things. All kinds of things. Catapult is a must. You can take down giants with catapults, drones, anything. Laser pens, look at them in Hong Kong, they put them to good use, remember? You can get some strong ones that can really do damage. Not that I recommend that to anybody, just saying. All these survival things. Like I say, if any of my subscribers have, or anybody who's never had to struggle or live outside or live off the land or knows what it's like to have any idea about survival, and you've never done it and you've never gone hungry without food or water or money, and plus you didn't believe me about what's coming, all I can say is you're in for a rude awakening. There's going to be a baptism of fire. And there's me, I've shepherded all my flock to somewhere, and I've got to sort these people out. Well, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. And don't forget, the last person that didn't believe me was stood outside the school when I was telling him about the planets and all that lot. He wouldn't even look up. And I was getting rather peed off. And next minute, kaboom, a meteor, which is a fragment from a star, exploded right there. We jumped out of our skin, and I seen the flash, or whatever it was just there. And he shit himself. And off he went. And I said, expect more. So, power of intent, you see. The other friend, he didn't believe me. Next minute he turns around and sees 2 suns in his back garden going down at 5:30 in the afternoon in the south. He's listening now, kind of. My other friend didn't believe me. Come outside his house, looked up, seen a UFO and shooting star. So I believe. I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night and day. Spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can fly. Right, I'm going now because my hand's freezing, guys. I hope I've entertained you, you've learned something, and I've made you laugh. But if I have, boom shaka. Peace out, I'm going, I'm freezing.